Directing. Created by The Drama Goat on teacherspayteachers.com. All rights reserved. The role of the director starts many days before the rehearsal. The director attends all pre-production and production meetings with all the designers and sometimes their assistants. They are the visionary leaders of the production, backed by the executive producer and artistic director of the theater. They create a director's concept from their discovery of the script using the play's through line and overarching themes. The director also guides actors in their artistic choices and plans blocking to establish character relationships. They serve as a stand-in for the audience and should consider their perspective. What should the audience take away from the production? The director facilitates the collaboration between all of the theater professionals working on the production, and in the rehearsal room is ultimately responsible for the ethics and accountability of the work. They are responsible for the safety of everyone in the room and should work with their stage management team to resolve any issues. Types of stages include proscenium, thrust, arena, and found space. In a proscenium theater, everyone is on one side facing the stage. Proscenium theaters tend to be large, but aren't always. The curtain can rise to open to unveil the set if you want, but it doesn't have to. Everything moves in the same direction, out to the front. Backs are hardly ever facing upstage. A proscenium theater's playing space is typically cut into 9 pieces or planes, but it actually helps the director to be more specific. A proscenium theater is essentially a 4-sided picture box that the audience looks into, and the fourth wall introduces the concept of the audience being detached from the audience. You must cheat out in a proscenium theater. This is a picture of a proscenium theater. It's playing space that also includes a downstage area known as an apron. In a thrust theater, the audience is on 3 sides. This reduces the space from the audience seating to the back of the house. This is considered more intimate than a proscenium theater, but you still have typical stage splitting available, so upstage left, downstage right, etc. You're able to have scenery in the very back or in the playing space, if sidelines allow. Characters can enter from the house, and do so more typically than in a proscenium theater. The easiest place to bring in actors on a thrust theater is from upstage center. An arena theater, also known as in the round, involves the audience being on all sides of the stage. You have to rake the audience in order to let them see the action on stage. So that way they aren't looking over someone's shoulder trying to see the play. Actors should constantly be moving so that the actors get to see everything that's going on and can understand. Areas in the stage must be denoted by a clock-like setup. You must define 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock in any space, and they must have vomitoriums. And many do. Found space refers to any type of theater not set in a theater. People may have to stand, and it can be difficult to stage, but you can give audiences the best view for some scenes and another part of the audience the best view for a different scene. Found space is often used for avant-garde, impressive, invisible, or experimental theater. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of a show in a found space? These are some traditional directing theater conventions. They are the basis of directing, but they are not hard and fast rules. They are expectations that can be broken as the art evolves. Downstage right is considered the most romantic area of the stage because it's closest to the audience's heart. People like characters that enter from stage left. It's the way we read, and it's familiar. Antagonists might enter from stage right for the same reason. It can feel disconcerting or ominous. Characters who are downstage become more important to the audience, and vice versa with upstage. Repetition decreases an actor's importance, and so with their character. These are some examples of ground plans. A ground plan is a bird's eye view of the set on the playing space, aka the stage. Here are more examples. Blocking denotes the actions and movements that characters take on stage. Using a ground plan, a director can decide what type of stage to set the production in. This may often be decided for you due to constraints of the theater, but sometimes you get to pick. Decide where the entrances and exits are going to be. Note the action using the pages of the script. You can use the following shorthand to denote stage directions. Across refers to movement from one area of the stage to another. You can also indicate characters with initials, dots, etc. Color coding may be helpful. Directors also come up with a director's concept. Here are some of the vocabulary used in a director's concept. An agent is who does the thing, who takes the main action in the story. This is often the protagonist, which can be joint or occasionally a group. An act. What is the thing being done? What is the protagonist or agent doing? Agency. What is needed in order to do the act? By means of blank and blank. These are often opposites to show internal conflict. Purpose. Why does the agent do the thing they do? Scene. Where does the act take place? In a time of blank and blank. The blanks are opposite. This essentially creates a range where the play takes place within and helps to denote external conflict. And then finally, the result. How does it end? This is a formula you can use for coming up with your own director's concept. In a time scene, agent acts by means of agency in order to purpose and results. An example for the play Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare would be, in a time of honor and secrets, knaves self-direct by means of disobedience and romance in order to steal their own fates, but their passion implodes. Thank you for listening to this lecture on directing.